the WJTS News, good evening. I'm Charlotte Olson. A number of vehicle break-ins have recently taken place in the Holy Family area of Jasper's southeast side. Jasper police say that as of 5:30 on Sunday morning, at least 5 vehicles were broken into in the area that was concentrated to the Hassenauer Avenue and Terrace Avenue. No word on what items may have been taken from the vehicles. Jasper police say that in an attempt to prevent additional vehicle burglaries, they suggest that folks keep their vehicles locked at all times, and to also try to avoid keeping any valuable items in their vehicles. Police say 2 possible suspects, which are males and possibly Hispanic and shirtless, wearing backpacks, were seen on foot in the area. Anyone with any information on these break-ins as well as the possible suspects can call the Jasper Police Department at 812-482-2255 or the department's tip line at 812-481-COPS. An Ireland man was taken into custody on a charge of felony of domestic battery after he was involved in a domestic situation over the weekend. Just after 5 o'clock Saturday morning, deputies with the Dubois County Sheriff's Department were called to a residence along the 2400 block of North County Road 500 West to a report of a possible domestic battery in process. Deputies placed 19-year-old Zachary Uppenkamp of Ireland under arrest as a result of their investigation into the incident. Deputies say that the female victim was not injured to the point that she needed treatment. They say a second female victim was also involved in the incident. Uppenkamp was taken to and booked into the Dubois County Security Center on a preliminary level 6 felony count of domestic battery and preliminary misdemeanor counts of battery and minor consumption. The domestic battery charge was elevated to a felony because a small child was present at the time of the incident. Indiana's seasonally adjusted unemployment rate dropped 0.2% for a second consecutive month and now stands at 4.6% for the month of July. The Indiana Department of Workforce Development says that a primary cause for this drop is a third straight month of significant gains in Hoosiers finding employment, coupled with a substantial amount of Hoosiers leaving the unemployment ranks. Indiana's labor force, a measure of Hoosiers employed or seeking employment, has experienced total labor growth of more than 192,000 since January of 2013. This has led to an all-time high in the state's total labor force and total number of employed. Workforce Development Commissioner Steve Braun says that Indiana's labor force has been trending positively throughout the last 3 years, which demonstrates confidence among Hoosier job seekers and that they secure gainful employment. Braun says that the corresponding contraction of the applicant pool is also increasing employer demand for workers with the right skills and training. He said that the department, along with its Work One career centers and other community partners, can assist job seekers in obtaining the skills and training necessary to fill many high-wage, high-demand jobs available throughout the Hoosier state of Indiana. Braun also noted that since 2009, the low point of employment for the state, Indiana's private sector employment growth has surpassed the nation. Total private employment for July stands at 30,000, above the March 2000 peak, and July is the 13th consecutive month above the peak. Also, initial and continued unemployment insurance claims for the first 32 weeks of 2016 are at their lowest point since 1987. County by county unemployment numbers will be released later today. The Queen for the upcoming Ireland Bicentennial celebration was selected last night. 17-year-old Lydia Shepherd, the daughter of Kevin and Marcia Shepherd, will reign over the weekend's events. Lydia is in her junior year at Jasper High School, and she stated that she was overly excited to win the pageant, and she looks forward to welcoming people to Ireland as she attends all the upcoming events. First runner-up is Colleen Hofe, the 20-year-old daughter of Debbie and Jerry Hofe. She is a sophomore at the University of Southern Indiana. She enjoyed meeting the other girls and was excited to represent Ireland at her hometown festivities. Meanwhile, 17-year-old Emily Huffman was named Miss Congeniality. Emily is the daughter of Tony and Loretta Huffman and is a senior at Jasper High School. In the Junior Miss contest, Caitlin Steffenagel was crowned Junior Miss, and she is the daughter of Jody and Jeff Steffenagel. She is an 8th grader at Jasper Middle School. Steffenagel shared her favorite part of the competition was having fun and the overall participation in the pageant. Kylie Patterson is the daughter of Aaron and Pam Patterson, an 8th grade student at JMS, and she was selected as the first runner-up. The Little Miss pageant, Andon Lampert, the 8-year-old daughter of Brooke and Jake Lampert, was picked as the Little Miss Ireland, with 11-year-old Arrington Drew Harty, the daughter of Anessa and Phil Engler, and Damian Harty, which is named first runner-up. Finally, Caleb Patterson was also named Little Mr. Ireland for this weekend's celebration. He is the 10-year-old son of Aaron and Pam Patterson. Cole Lampert, the 8-year-old son of Brooke and Jake Lampert, was first runner-up. Festivities for the Ireland 200th bicentennial celebration will kick off on Friday. The Huntingburger Fest is accepting applications for the 2016 Herbst Fest Queen Pageant. The contest is open to girls of ages 16 to 20, and applications are now available at the office of Southridge High School and online. Applications are due this Wednesday, August the 24th, and the pageant will be held at Southridge High School Auditorium on Sunday, September the 18th, starting at 5 p.m. The start of the school year is an exciting time for Hoosier parents, teachers, and students as summer break draws to a close. Some kids are heading off to school for the first time, and while the first day of school is routine for others, District 48 State Senator Mark Messmer of Jasper says not only is classroom learning beginning, but many student athletes are returning to practice. This past session, lawmakers passed measures to help keep our student athletes safe.
Senate Enrolled Act 234 requires head coaches and assistant coaches of all sports to complete a player safety education course that's been approved by the Department of Education. The course will focus on identifying and preventing concussions and brain injuries. Because the brain continues to develop until age 25, it's important to take youth concussions seriously.
Sports-related concussions have become more prevalent in today's society, and the Sports Concussion Institute estimates that more than half of high school athletes have sustained a concussion, and up to 10% of athletes will experience a concussion given any given season. Typical symptoms of concussions are headaches, dizziness, and majority of concussions occur during games instead of during practice. Messmer notes that many times athletes will not acknowledge that they have had a concussion and try to play even though they may need medical attention.
High school coaches are able to identify when a student may have a concussion and understand the severity of brain injuries. Coaches need to have as much information as possible about potential concussions to ensure students receive the proper medical attention even when no symptoms are felt after a concussive blow.
Effective concussion management begins before the injury occurs with proper education for our coaches and athletes. With this law, our coaches will be more informed and better prepared to keep our athletes safe, both on and off the field. You can contact Messmer's office directly with your questions or concerns, and you can contact them by email at senator.messmer@iga.in.gov or by phone at 800-382-9467. Make sure to keep it right here, because up next we'll take a look at your weather summary.